My name is Robert King. I live in my own apartment. I have lived here for over a year now. By myself. This has been my dream my whole life. I waited for this for a long, long time. I am so proud to live by myself in my own apartment. Now I am the king of my castle. I am a man with ideas, ambitions, love and humor. I am very determined. My mates describe me as kind-hearted. I am always looking out for others. I am great at asking for help, which is a really important skill. I was born in Cessnock in New South Wales. As a young child I went to the Cessnock Crippled Children's School. I lived at home with my mum Lola and my dad Arthur. My dear sister, Jennifer, was born when I was 8 years old. My mum Lola and my sister Jennifer have always been the most important people in my life who I love so much. After I left home, I lived in institutions with hundreds of other people with disability. I lived in the Stockton Centre in Newcastle for nearly 50 years. For most of that time, I wanted to live in my own home. People said I wouldn't make it on my own. For too long, people have tried to tell me where I should live and how I should live, but I have always had my own ideas. I have always wanted a place of my own. I have always wanted my own privacy. I have always wanted to do things myself. 2 years ago, the Stockton Centre closed down and I was moved into a group home with 4 other men with disability. This is not where I wanted to live. Now I live in the city. It was a big move for me as I had never, ever lived in my own place before. My apartment is great, it is modern, and easy to get into with my wheelchair. It took a lot of planning and a lot of work to make this happen. Technology is really important to me. I learned how to call for help if I need it, day and night. I learned how to get around my local area safely. I learned how to open my own front door and turn on my own lights. It feels great to be independent. All my life I have always had nurses and support workers around me, so it took me some time and some practice so that I could be confident to spend some time by myself. But I always knew I could do it. My privacy and freedom are so important to me after years of living by other people's rules. I also love having time by myself, getting out and about on the streets of Newcastle. The best thing for me now is that I make my own decisions about everything. I am in the driver's seat. I decide who comes through the door and what I do with my time. My passions are music, traveling, making TikTok videos and spending time with people I love, especially my family. I love my family very much. My mum lives in a nursing home. She recently came to visit me in my new apartment for the first time. We had a wonderful day. She was so proud of me. My sister Jennifer and my brother-in-law Stuart moved back to Newcastle when I moved out of Stockton Centre. This made me very happy. I love spending time with them every Sunday. We go out and have lunch together. Family is everything to me. I have a circle of support, a group of my friends and family who meet together every month. People who believe in me and who support me to do what I want to do. We make plans together and my circle helps me to put them into action. Planning with my family and friends helps me to stay strong. We talk about things that are going well for me, things that cheese me up and things that make me happy. My circle is very important to me. I have a great team of support workers. People who know me really well and who support me to live my life the way I want. I choose my own team myself. I recruit them. I run my own interviews and I train them myself. I love being in control. I love living in the city as everything is very close. I live right next to the tram line. I travel around Newcastle on the tram on my own now. I have been selling the Big Issue magazine for the last 6 months. This is a great job as I get to meet new people every day. Lots of people know me now. I feel like part of my community. One of my favorite people since I moved into town is Darren, who runs the local food workshop near my home. Darren is my good friend and he is always supporting me and including me in his shop. I interviewed Darren about how we got to know each other.
I remember you whirling in here on one of the first days and we did the introduction, and then a few days later I received a invitation in the mail for a housewarming, if I believe that was right. And we came over there and had a lovely barbecue and a few drinks and got to know each other a bit better. And now most days we spend a bit of time together in the shop. Rob and I have a saying, there'll be some customers who are coming to be really friendly, there'll be some other customers who aren't too sure whether to say hello or not to say hello. and some of them are just plain arrogant at times, aren't they, Robbie? But we have a bit of a laugh when they leave, and we always say, it doesn't cost much to say hello, does it, Rob? That's our favourite saying. Because he's so active in the community, at the train station, coming to the shop, just generally around Wickham, getting on the light rail, going up to the beach, people recognise him because they see him on a day-to-day basis. And if he's ever in any trouble, I've got no doubt that his friends in the community can come to his aid, which there's been plenty of times that's happened. A few weeks ago, a customer came in and said, "Oh, I just helped your mate, he was caught on the stairs up the road." And I think he was one of the cleaners from the building, Rob, actually. So he identified who you were and seen that you'd wedged yourself on a step in your chair, and he freed you and sent you on your way. So there's no doubt that he's having an impact on the local people. And he's a well-known identity, I guess, yeah. With all the time that Rob spends in the store and in the community, my staff have really got to know him well, and most of my staff are aged between 15 and 20 years of age, and at the start I don't think they knew how to communicate that well with Rob, but I think they just seen me and Rob starting to become good mates, and that I was starting to understand how Rob explained things, and now they interact with him all the time, and like he's comfortable to be talking to them or hanging out with those guys even when I'm not here. So
I have really big plans for the future. I want to become a successful businessman and filmmaker. I want to travel around the country and maybe across the world. I love my new life. I love getting out and about and doing different things every day. I love being free. If you see me out and about, come say good day.
Action. Cut, Rob. Cut. He said action.